Hey, what's that?
Well, today is Sunday. The date is right now 24th of September. The time that I'm recording this right now is about 12 p.m. in the afternoon. Well, I got a good invitation today, ladies and gentlemen. I always thought, why should I do videos on Sunday? Most of the time I'm sleeping on a Sunday, but today is a good day, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, I know, and I need a bad. I'm looking bad. I need a haircut, but that's beside the point because today I was introduced to this, ladies and gentlemen. This is a Hero XTREME event for the newest launch of their 160 XTREME motorcycle, ladies and gentlemen. Well, there's a lot to talk about, but we're not going to be doing that here, ladies and gentlemen. Let me, I'm right now in my car. The function is almost over. They got some good points. I also did a drag race too. I'll tell you more about that also and how the vehicle performs in a general scale. But I'm not going to be doing while driving that, ladies and gentlemen. No. That is pretty bad. Don't do anything while driving, ladies and gentlemen. Concentrate on driving. But I'm going to take you back to the studio and let's talk some bits on how Hero is trying to get back into the world of motorcycling with good motorcycles, ladies and gentlemen. I'll catch you guys on the studio. So, ladies and gentlemen, I was invited to the Hero's newest launch of their XTREME motorcycles, which was happening last Sunday, which is on 24th. And well, they did a great launch, to be fair, ladies and gentlemen. They did something that other companies were failing to do at the moment. Well, first and foremost, it was the launch of the newest series of the XTREME 160cc's. Again, this video is not a review of the XTREME 160. I'll do it as a separate video because this video I didn't have the time, or didn't have that much time closer with the motorcycle, because they did something astonishing and something wonderful, ladies and gentlemen. They actually organized a drag race event for this specific motorcycle that they even introduced as a drag motorcycle, ladies and gentlemen. And to be first and foremost, be clear, ladies and gentlemen, drag racing is meant to be on closed tracks and with professional learning, not to be done on the streets like hooligans. That is entirely bad, ladies and gentlemen. So this was constructed under the guidance of the Hero Motorsport team, as well as a closed track event, as you might seen before on the screens, or I'll put it on on the side screen. You can see how it actually happened, and there were actually doctors as well as nurses on scene to assist you if you do end up in an accident. So this was a drag race event for the launch of the newest Hero XTREME 160cc's, which it was the first in class of the 160 motorcycle class that has a oil cooled engine instead of a normal traditional air cooled engine, ladies and gentlemen. Normally I usually drive. I have been to a lot of grand opening of the newest motorcycles in different companies in India, whether that be a Hero or Bajaj. Even I was invited to the Bajaj Domino 400 launch. Well, most of the times they do give a lot of bikes for test drive, and that is on a limited slide of road, and someone at the company sitting behind you, to make sure that you don't end up in a wrong place. Well, in that sense, you cannot feel the true power of the motorcycle, and you cannot explain a lot of things about the motorcycle that is good and bad of the motorcycle in terms of perspective. But Hero did something great. They introduced this bike, which was the Hero XTREME 160, as a perfect drag racing motorcycle, and they allowed users to drag race the motorcycle to evolve its full potential and its full power of the motorcycle. And as usual, ladies and gentlemen, I thought this event was going to be kind of other company events what they're doing, and I forgot to bring down the cameras, I forgot to bring down the camera. But I did capture a lot of footage on my iPhone, but unfortunately I could not capture my drag racing, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, I was also a participant of the drag racing event, and that's where this sheet comes in, ladies and gentlemen. I put a photograph of it because you cannot clearly see it on the screen. But they offered 3 trial events, ladies and gentlemen, with an opponent who has came there. It either be a professional rider or a noob rider, ladies and gentlemen. But there was always a guy on the front seeing how we drove the bike, if it was good, and if it really knows how to drive a motorcycle, and if he was bad and he was a noob racer, ladies and gentlemen. If he was a noob racer and he didn't know how to drive a motorcycle, he was quickly escorted out of the track, and only professional riders and professional people who know how to handle a high capacity motorcycle was introduced on the track. So that's pretty cool on terms of Hero's perspective. They did a little bit more
considering that this is a 160cc motorcycle, and most of the people that are going to be buying it are going to be using it as a family purpose. So that was absolutely fantastic, ladies and gentlemen. And as I told you before, this is not a review of this motorcycle. If you do want to check a review of this motorcycle, please do let me know in the comment section below. I'll make a separate video on it, on the Hero Extreme 160. And with the latest acquisition of the Harley Davidson brand, they have a whole lot of R&D to make a lot of beautiful bikes in the future, ladies and gentlemen. So stay tuned for future motorcycles of the Hero brand. But this time, these are the 3 trial events, ladies and gentlemen. Trial 1, Trial 2 and Trial 3. Trial 1 was about 11.95 seconds on a stretch of, 1,000 yards? Yeah, 1,000 yards. And the speed was about 179. So why this speed has dropped is because I was not confident with the motorcycle on how it performed. Because this is the first ever time that I driven a 160cc motorcycle. Obviously, I do want a 250cc motorcycle, which is both oil cooled as well as air cooled, my Benelli CNC 250. But this is a different size of a motorcycle, right? So I need to find out where the gearbox, where it is comfortable in the gearing range, how it shifts and which RPM to shift, and what is the perfect launch RPM to set before launching, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that all I had to figure out how this motorcycle handles at a higher top speed, whether it has a wobbliness at the front because of the suspension, or how the brake handles at a heavy braking situation, because at the end of the finish line, you're crossing the line at 180 to 182 kilometers. You need to stop at an instant. So I need to figure out how the brakes worked and how the braking point was both at the front and the brake. And let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, the Trial 2 and Trial 3, I made some huge improvements. Well, starting off, I burnt one set of tire on a disc brake, so that's pretty cool. So the Trial 2 was much more important and much more improved than the Trial 1, ladies and gentlemen, because I got an 8.467 seconds than the Trial 1, ladies and gentlemen. Well, it was a little bit kind of odd because I did 180 kilometers an hour, and this is where I launched it perfectly. I did hold the accelerator throttle to the max position, and I was in the top end gear, which is about 6th gear. And I did one mistake, ladies and gentlemen. I accepted the finish line was somewhere there, and I didn't, I closed the throttle before the finish line. So that's why it was 8.467. So basically, I got slow and I got feared. So, and then on the third trial, I got good info, and well, I got good training from the staff at Hero Racing Team, ladies and gentlemen, and they told me, be confident in yourself, be fearless. So the third one was absolutely spectacular, ladies and gentlemen. This was in line with actually the racers from the Hero team who actually did the drag race at the first set and set a benchmark time for us people to beat, for common people who are driving, right? So that time was 8.44 seconds. And I actually did that, ladies and gentlemen. The Trial 3 was absolutely perfect. The bike launches at exactly 4,000 RPM. That is a sweet spot. If you go a little bit more than 4,000 RPM, the bike starts to wheelie and you lose a lot of line. And if it's below 4,000 RPM, it's not a good time to launch. So exactly at 4,000 RPM, when the light hits green, dump the clutch and punch it, ladies and gentlemen, all the way up to 6,500 RPM, and second, shift into second, third, fourth, fifth and sixth continuously, ladies and gentlemen. If you leave 1 second of miss, and that's it, your trial's gone. So basically, I did 181 kilometers an hour at 8.44 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. And that's how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. That's how you do it. So in terms of Hero and what they did on the last event, it was absolutely fantastic, ladies and gentlemen. And I also had the opportunity to see the bike in close and personal and drive it, and also was there at the launch. So what do you think about this, ladies and gentlemen? And also, I think the TVS is also introducing their newest drag race with the TVS Apache 310. I don't know how they're going to be launching it. Is there any, something like what Hero does? I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe in the future video coming real soon. So what did you think about this video, ladies and gentlemen? Please do post it in the comment section below. And also, if you do want to separate review on the Hero 160 Extreme, please do post it in the comment section below. And feel free to hit the like, hit the subscribe, turn on the bell icon, ladies and gentlemen, so that you will receive all the daily uploads of my videos. And as usual, ladies and gentlemen, follow my Instagram at Sunil Selvan. Links are down in the description. And if you want to see my older videos, on the end screen, ladies and gentlemen. And I'll see you on the next episode. Take care and peace.